So, Sword Art Online Alicization, man. Glad I caught up. There's a lot of stuff going on, and Asuna getting involved was like arguably the best thing to happen right now because there's a giant info dump due to that. So we find out that this machine can actually heal brain damage. I mean, think about it. Someone's heart stops, and obviously if your heart stops, you're not breathing and stuff like that. For 5 minutes, that's just so much brain damage. Just an immense amount of brain damage. And to think that this machine can literally just rewire the whole, neural network, that's insane. Just think about what that could do for people in real life. That's absolutely insane, man. So hopping on to the overall, the be-all, end-all goal of this, to make artificial intelligence multi-purpose. So I thought about this, and I just kind of thought about Yui originally, and I was just kind of like, I mean, Yui is basically that, but they're wanting to go a little bit farther than that, because we know Akihiko Kayaba originally created Yui to be that being that was there mentally for the adventurers, per se, and the people in the game that were struggling with the mental strain, right? And she didn't really totally understand all of it, but she's learned a lot. She cried whenever, she saw Kirito get an Alfheim. She learned to miss somebody. She learned emotion. So she's kind of, I guess, the farthest part of this, but I mean, we're talking full-on human beings that aren't truly, full-on artificial human beings, that are exactly like humans, but just not deep down to their core. So that's pretty nuts, especially since she wants to use them as military people. I like how the story is going about this, because that's it really, as someone watching it, an audience, a fan, a viewer, you really kind of say, whoa, I understand where they're coming from. They want to make artificial intelligence so they can fight them and real people don't have to die. It's just kind of like, yeah, I understand. And that's why I really like this. And I think this is really good writing, because it's going to pull the viewers. It's going to pull the fan base. And it's going to, even once you pick a side, it's probably going to make you second guess the side in which you choose, whether you're for the project or you're not for the project. Because right now it makes me feel, yes, I understand sacrificing something that's not technically truly real deep down to its core, but at the same time, think of the mental aspect. It's like a human being. So if they're friends with someone for years and years and then they see that person die, it still puts that same mental strain that it would put on a normal human being. They are as real as they can be. Yes, there may be numbers and whatnot, just a bunch of numbers. But if they feel like a human, what makes you human is the question, I guess, is really what I want to get at here. So does you mentally thinking like a human make you human? Or do what you're physically made of? Does the mental aspect make you a human, or does the physical aspect make you a human? I think we all know that's the mental. I mean, if you can feel pain, if you can feel physical pain and or mental pain, then I think that answers the question. But I do understand, the reason for this, especially the kid that's actually helping them, saying, hey, I was in Korea, I had a roommate, and he died in the war, and I don't want to see people die in the war ever again. And we know the governor, or the guy that's really high up in politics or whatever, the security general, I can't remember what his name is. I can't remember what exactly his title is, but the person explaining this to Asuna, he says, I value one human life more than 100,000 AIs. And I mean, what side are you guys on when it comes to that? I mean, and on top of that, it kind of makes you think, is Yu-Gi-Oh real? Is Alice real? Alice seems more so that she's not real at all. I mean, they basically kind of just said Alice isn't, she's artificial, right? But Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know. I mean, Kirito, I'm pretty sure, in the first episode or so, he said someone else was actually diving with him, and they did have two machines there. So I don't know. I'm so confused. I don't really know. Now, Alice, I think it's basically confirmed she's not real, right? I mean, they said her Fluck Light was changed because she's around Kirito. Yu-Gi-Oh, his Fluck Light was not changed. And I wonder if Yu-Gi-Oh is real. I don't know. Kirito's been comparing Yu-Gi-Oh to the other ones, and he has noticed a couple small differences. So I don't know. In early episodes, once again, he did notice a couple small differences. And then at the same time, this game has made people look so real to where you don't really know. But then on top of that, though, you do got to put into perspective that Kirito said someone else, I'm pretty sure, was in the project with him. He just never met that person. I'm pretty sure. Don't 100% quote me that he said that word for word. But someone, just leave it out in comments below what exactly he said in those first couple episodes. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they did also say that they collected 10 Flucked Lights before the project. So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to really look over when we're thinking about this. But other than that, though, I mean, from a military standpoint, I could definitely see artificial beings, you know, sending a bunch of artificial beings in and then sending the real people, the real manpower in, per se. And I shouldn't say real manpower because obviously those artificial beings are there to fight, and they want to create them to have murderous intentions in order to be able to murder, right, to kill. And that's their issue with the game. They can't get them to do that because of taboo index. So there's like, I don't know, that civilization has made their own way of life, and they can't truly interfere with it, apparently. So I look at that, and it's just kind of like a great idea when I really look at it. Yes, it makes a lot of sense, especially from a military power standpoint. But morally, is it moral or is it immoral? That's the question you got to ask yourself. So, I mean, other than that, though, I do believe I covered everything that I really did want to cover on this. I mean, yeah. So you got to ask the question, is Alice real? No, it does not seem like it at all. I mean, they basically said she's not. Is Yuji real? I don't know. So that's something I want to know. You definitely want to know about Yu-Gi-Oh! He's the question mark. But no spoilers, please. As always, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.